issues I have had today. But that actually sounds good. I'll give you this one.
Am I gonna have to do this every time? Okay. Alright, Sajo, can you hear us now? Great, that means for 10 minutes we've heard nothing.
Well,
Okay, he can hear us now.
anyway.
Okay, let me hold on, John. Before you read it, here's the question. Is
Yes,
this event
redo the intros.
okay? All right. Give me a second. Take two. Call me in the morning.
Or as House would say, take two. Don't get up until you feel it.
No, take two towers and call me in the morning.
A running joke from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. Okay. All right, John. I think I know what the problem is. Well, I think. What? Okay. Oh shoot! I know what's wrong. I'm doing it for the Des Moines Register. Hey, that's why. It's like what the
No,
heck?
this isn't from the Des Moines Register. This is USA Today.
Okay, that's what the problem is. Okay, hold on. Take two.
Take 2 million.
Oops.
Okay,
Mike,
now let me do two things. First is the fair use, so hang on there.
how does that look?
Looks
Social eating thing. Yeah, he just showed his plateful. We got to do that, or
the
else.
social eating tag. I got it. Hold on.
It's still
Social
there.
eating tag.
That
Oh,
tag's
it's still
still
there.
be there. Yeah,
Good.
I still have it there. Okay,
Hey,
I'm
Yeah,
Frodo,
what?
sorry.
mine.
Well, it's after 9 o'clock. I don't eat after 9.
You know what this is?
What is it?
Looks like fried rice and Mongolian beef.
No, pork.
Oh,
Ground
nice.
pork, a little bit of corn, little bit of black beans, and I add a little bit of chili
Hey,
seasoning
you
to it.
got you
Iowa
got
goulash.
you got two
Iowa goulash.
you got two of the things in that Iowa 80 Interstate 80 Iowa song. Corn and pork.
Corn, corn,
Don't
corn,
forget the
corn, corn,
tree.
corn, corn.
Yeah, look a tree. All right. Okay.
Hang on.
All right, give me just a
Okay,
second,
we
all
get
right?
ready to do the intros.
All right, let's do this intros quick. I'm your host for tonight. I am Bob Ball Extreme. I apologize. We just lost 10 minutes of no sound because of I don't know what the heck happened. But anyway, it is
Could be
Monday.
worse. Could be
Yeah.
10 minutes of mayonnaise.
Or it could be 10 minutes of Baron Zemo dancing.
Who?
Baron
Who?
Baron Zemo, Falcon Winter Soldier. He's like 10 seconds he's dancing, and somehow Disney Plus has been crazy enough to put up a whole 1 hour video of it on YouTube.
Actually, it could be worse.
How?
What do you mean?
We could have missed. We could have missed Mike and Ash dancing for 10 minutes.
Oh, quit picking on the
Ah.
guys, would you?
Yep.
Okay, well, anyway, I'm your host for tonight. I'm on Ball Extreme and currently joined on the line by 5 of my crazy cohorts, but one of them is tired from a long day at work. So, all right, first we have our master and creator Frodo. Hello, Frodo.
Eating supper
Mm-hmm.
Come on
Then,
in, dog.
yeah,
of
then,
fried rice.
yeah, then to my left we have Joker and Oracle. But Oracle is the one who's
Hello.
tired. So after the long day of work. Over to my right, we've got our. Oh, if I can get my thumb pointing the right way. We got our super sus Janet. Hello, Janet.
Hello.
And finally, we have our Ford Anglia 105E John. Hello, John.
Hey, Shirley.
All right, let's try this again.
Let
Okay,
me go
take
let the
two.
dogs in.
All right, take
Let the
two
dog
and
in.
call me in the morning. All right.
All right.
Okay, the good
Well,
news
Shirley, you
is
got the.
the fair
Sorry.
use has been played, so I'm going
Come
to
on.
let me get the window
Come
open
on.
because I don't have the right one yet.
Sorry.
All right. Well, this article actually has a drone video taken of the wreck itself.
What the? Oh, hold on. Something's not right on my end.
What's the matter?
It's like if every time I click on something, it just like it does something else. So give me just a second. Let me do this. Let me try it again with the Zoom link. Bear with me. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Wow.
Try this again. Let's get it right this time. Okay, here we go. We got it.
All right. Long story short, a train carrying several tanker cars of ammonium nitrate derailed Sunday afternoon in Silby, Iowa. The derailment resulted in a very large explosion that is still burning a fire at this point, but whose risk of further explosions has been nullified. So, with that brief summary, here's the article. Video and photos from a train derailment in northwest Iowa showed dozens of train cars piled up with flames and a large plume of black smoke rising from the front of the pileup. The train, which had several cars carrying hazardous materials, derailed Sunday afternoon in Sibley, causing authorities to order evacuations in the area. A fire continues to burn at the site of the train derailment, but the threat of an explosion has been, quote, nullified, unquote, a state representative said Monday. Thankfully, there are no reports of injuries. Sibley, a town of about 3,000 people in Osceola, Iowa, is roughly 200 miles northwest of Des Moines. The No West Iowa Review reported that the derailment happened around 2 p.m. on Sunday, and a 5-mile radius was evacuated due to concern about ammonium nitrate being transported by the trains. Though whether they're more concerned about air exposure or ground exposure, I'm not sure. Probably air exposure.
How about
The
equal parts
derailment,
of both, and the fact that that stuff is so damn volatile, you won't know when there's going to be another explosion.
yeah. Well, they are pretty sure it's not going to be a major one. The derailment happened on the Union Pacific Railroad, according to information from the Iowa Department of Transportation website. Below that is a slideshow of 11 photos of the train derailment, mostly of emergency crews tending to the fire itself. And as an added bonus, we have a drone video taken of the accident itself,
Yep.
or rather, the wreckage after the accident.
Yeah. If it'll come up.
Is it USA Today?
Yes.
Links in the chat, Janet.
Okay, what's going on? Why is it not playing? Am I gonna have to refresh this thing?
What are you chewing
Uh,
on?
It's still circling at the top here. It's like, come on. Let me see what I can do here. Let's try this. Okay, now I think we
All
can
right.
do this. There we go.
Now, for those of you who can't see it, from a bird's eye perspective, it basically looks like somebody dropped a box of toothpicks while trying to lay them in a straight line,
Mm-hmm.
and then dropped a lit match on them.
You didn't do a very good job laying them in a straight line.
No. Hang
Well,
on. This thing is going awfully slow trying to play. Bear with me. Growl.
basically, it's not a set of drone footage of, say, the accident itself. It's just the wreck. And like I said, from a bird's eye perspective, it looks like somebody was trying to lay down a line of toothpicks, laid down a line, and then dropped the box, and then dropped a lit match on them.
Okay, the video for
Whoa,
some reason is
damn.
not playing. The video is not playing for me right now. Really?
Well, you're not missing too much. Like I
Okay.
said, it's mostly drone footage of the wreck after the accident, so
Go down to the photo selection, Shirley, in the article.
Yeah, I
Go
know.
down to the photo selection. There's fire trucks and everybody, and you see this big old plume of black smoke.
exactly.
Yep. There
That
we go. That's the shot.
that's two.
What's two now?
Okay,
You'll hear it in a
they
moment.
issued an emergency alert at 3:09 p.m. on the 16th. Sibley, Iowa evacuation order west of 2nd Avenue for hazmat train derailment and fire. Follow instructions of emergency personnel.
Yeah. Let's see. 47
So
rail
there was
cars.
an emergency evacuation.
Yeah, 47 rail cars came off the tracks during the derailment, but the train crew was not injured. That's good.
Awesome.
No injuries is a good thing, but it still lends a question. How in the hell did these trains come? Did this train come off the tracks?
Well, my guess would be either a conductor slammed on the brakes or ran over something hard enough on the rail
True.
to, well, to jostle one car and to jiggle it enough that it started to flop over. Once it flopped
Or
over, the
speed was a
momentum of the other
factor.
cars, that could have been it too, but it wasn't. It was on a straightaway, Janet.
Yeah.
Thing of it is, once that happens, the remaining cars under their own momentum basically pile into it like a length of string dropped onto a floor.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Gotcha. But any accident, whether it's
Yeah, there could be
human
hundreds.
caused or man caused,
It's like one thing I know. If it's probably not a factor in this case, but I've heard of temperatures like fluctuating temperatures can definitely cause a problem
Yeah.
You
with
buckle
that.
the track, you will
Mm-hmm.
topple the train car.
Right. Because it's
Okay.
just as bad as a
That could be a
pothole.
factor, and let me explain why that could be a factor. Iowa had a very cold winter, didn't they?
Not
Fiercely
really.
cold winter,
Not comparatively.
but it was cold enough to put a chill on the tracks. And then you have all the warming up that's causing the rail to expand.
Well,
Could be.
In springtime in Iowa, we do a lot of this stunt with our temperature.
Fluctuating, yeah. And that crazy fluctuation can actually cause a problem with the track.
it could
Bingo.
just as easily have been a coupling that came loose as it was going on.
That's true
Mhm.
All
too.
it takes, all it takes is one train car getting loose and toppling, and the rest just pile into it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, keep an eye on that and see what the investigators say.
I doubt they're
It'll
going to
take.
say anything malicious.
No,
Fact of the
yeah.
matter is, yeah, it was full of ammonium nitrate. If it were some kind of a terrorist attack, chances are all the cars would be destroyed. You know,
Well, and it didn't just have ammonium nitrate. It also had hydrochloric acid in it.
Ow.
Ugh.
Well, hydrochloric acid you're exposed to every minute of every day of your life.
That's true.
Let's see if you
You know what?
hold on, Jan. Let
Go
me
ahead.
ask you. Do you know how you're exposed to hydrochloric acid every minute of every day of your life?
water, tap water,
Clorox and ammonia.
Nope.
Clorox and ammonia in the toilet.
tap water.
That causes it.
Your stomach.
Oh,
Oh.
duh, yeah. Forgot all about that. Sorry.
Your stomach acid is based primarily on a bunch of enzymes and hydrochloric acid.
Ah. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something that'll make you laugh a little bit anyway to get his mind off of that, or maybe it might not be so funny. Somebody posted this picture. I'm going to share this. Give me a minute.
It's up.
It's just a picture. So
Quiet,
so
Bet.
not yeah.
Quiet. Okay, you want to go out? Come on.
All right, everybody out. I'm kidding.
Out.
Out. You heard her.
I'm not
Out.
going for lap sits yet.
All right, so
Go
what I'm gonna
ahead.
do is all right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share the screen here. Picture. All right. So basically, that is not what I wanted. Oh, damn it. Try that again. Where'd it go? Uh-oh. There it is. All right. Take that again. There it is. Okay. All right. So, company's trying to find a systems administrator. So here's how it reads. We are a managed IT and security services provider partnering with clients nationwide. Founded in 2014, we have already won a slew of awards, built an amazing team, and like you, we keep getting better. Day in and day out, we are raising the bar, and we are just getting started. Currently, we are looking for the right person to be the lead tool stack administrator. This role requires you to master our tools and be the primary contact for setup, configuration, troubleshooting, and improvements. That said, here are some reasons not to apply. You just want a job and a paycheck. You want to sit and play on the internet and live out the office space dream. You do not like being accountable. You are happy and comfortable where you are at professionally. You peaked. You like half assing your work and then making excuses. You are a lone ranger and do not like people. You love drama and wish you could star in a reality TV show. You crack, I don't know what, this is a grammatical error. You crack like a cheap mobile phone under stress or when dealing with angry users. You have integrity sometimes, meaning you lack integrity. You think paperwork and documentation are useless and refuse to do it. You often say, "That's not my job." You are better at finding problems than solutions. Did you make it? Great. Now let's see what your responsibilities will be. And here are the actual responsibilities. Act as the main systems administrator for our tool stack, including RMM, PSA, backup, AV, EDR, vulnerability scanner, and more. Resolve tickets generated by the monitoring tools. Manage change control process for internal systems. Provide consistent guidance and training to engineers, internal and external, on effective use of the tool stack. Provide
That
metrics.
do you actually understand, Shirley, doing your computer classes before?
Yeah. Provide metrics and reporting for effectiveness of systems, evaluating additional monitoring, management, and security solutions. Constantly tweak and improve the effectiveness of our tools while following change control process. And finally, meet personal and company goals.
Part of me hopes, for the sake of sick irony, some crybaby baby decides to sue them for harassment or whatever they can about this.
Well, you know what the company can say? Hey, you knew what the job was before you took it.
Now, I'm talking about just looking at the ad and saying these people are being needlessly aggressive to anyone who reads this. This is potentially a form of hate speech. We need to do something about it.
I never looked at it as hate speech. Did you, Shirley?
No, I look at it as not sugarcoating.
Oh, this. We don't sugarcoat this. Michael needs to stop playing Papers, Please,
I'm not playing Papers, Please.
altogether.
Why? I want to finish the game at least once.
What are you chewing on? Give me whatever it is you have in your
You
mouth.
realize I'm just giving you crap.
Yes, I do.
Give me that.
Yeah,
Ah,
but
thank you. Ah.
I said it before, Mike. If you like Papers, Please, you'll love Tickets, Please.
tickets,
Is
please.
it something that you can find on Steam?
I'll show you what I'm talking about after we're done.
Okay.
Sorry. Ugh.
Oh.
Let's see. What else is new? I think that Iowa tournament was one of like the biggest non. Well, it made the news, but it's like there were some other things that made the news too at the same time. You know.
Sorry, I was getting rid of a side cramp there, Frodo.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I got something. There may be hope for
Damn it.
Alabama
Keep
after
it out
all.
of your mouth.
Say that again. What?
There may be hope for Alabama after all.
Why was there not hope for Alabama?
Well, um, let's see. A lot of people are mad at the governor for, keeping the mask mandate for too long and so forth. But let's see. I'll put it this way. Um, Alabama had a medical marijuana bill. She signed it into law.
Yes!
Well, that means, you know what? Um, uh, I'm gonna say this. Good. It's better than the pills when it comes to relieving.
Honestly, I'm gonna say this myself, Jan, and I agree with you, but there's thoughts that more the more that people in the country accept marijuana and tetrahydrocannabinol and cannabinoids can be used as a effective pain deterrent, the more we can get rid of those type of stupid things. Because yeah,
What type of stupid things?
The opioids.
Oh
opioid.
yeah.
Okay.
Because the thing is, people are so addicted to opioids because oh my god, they're legal drugs and I can get them with ease just by telling my doctor I'm hurting somewhere. You do
Mhm.
realize that you're part of the problem when you do that?
Yep.
Because here's
Oh,
the thing.
nice. Quick thing, Frodo. I gotta say this. Guess what? One of the diseases that qualifies you for medical marijuana is. Give you a hint.
What?
It starts with an A.
Autism?
Asperger's.
Yes.
Asperger's in general, or
It just
in
says
particular.
autism. It's one of the conditions that would qualify you for um, medical marijuana regulation.
Hey, Mike.
Yes.
There you go.
I know you could get CBD oil over the counter, and a little bit of it if you've got a sore back, a pain in the back.
Well, here's the thing.
Boom.
What if you have a pain in the ass?
Oh.
Oh.
Are you talking about
They-
yourself
hey.
there, John?
Oh.
John,
Not exactly.
John, they don't have marijuana suppositories yet.
I just mean, can you get medical marijuana there if you complain that you have a pain in your ass?
And I think Janet would fall under that too.
Oh.
All right. So anyway, here is the article.
I hope that doesn't get. I hope what I said doesn't get me in trouble with Twitch.
That
No,
shouldn't. It'll be
let
fine.
me stop you for just one moment because I gotta say one thing before you really get going on that article, Shirley.
Okay.
Another disorder. There's two more disorders that I have that actually qualify you for medical marijuana as well.
What
That
are
is.
they?
Glaucoma
Nice.
and depression.
Cool.
So I could get the
I'm sorry. I, tell me what you were going to say, then I'll make my crack.
but no, I have a trifecta of disorders that could get me medical marijuana. I choose not to use it because, well, why? But here's the thing: when I'm high, and I know this for a fact, so please do not at me or question me or anything like that. This is a fact. When I'm high as fuck, I'm also geekier than anything you've ever seen before. You think I'm a fucking geek now? Imagine that amplified by about 100 times while I'm high.
Mm.
Well, and Sarah just said it round the hit the nail round the head. It's because my brain. Normally, I'm running my brain, and Mike and John, you can vouch this one out too. As an autistic person, my brain is running miles per hour ahead of what my mouth can do,
Mm.
and sometimes even what my body can do.
Yeah.
But when I'm on marijuana, when I smoke, it slows my brain down just enough that I can actually process through everything I'm thinking about.
Nice.
If you're
So,
thinking about poodles, you can process poodles.
well, yes, but I'm going to put in another term. You know, when I do tech talk on here,
Hmm.
how I can really get in depth into stuff?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if I'm high, like not super high, but just there, and we're in
Little
a tech
buzzed.
talk. What is gonna happen? You guys are gonna have to be taking notes and shit.
Oh boy.
And there'll
Hey,
be a quiz. I'm kidding.
Mike. Mike, you might want to look at your camera lens and maybe wipe it off with something that you
You
can
got
like
a
moisten a
streak
little
right
bit.
across there.
I think that was from a light behind
Yeah,
him.
it's probably
That's the light.
Okay.
It's light glare.
Yeah, there is a light behind him, but the streak was literally blinding out your eyes.
I
I
don't
think he
think
just needs to.
that's.
That's just the light refraction, dude.
Hey,
Yeah.
Mike,
Mike,
scoot to
Mike,
your left
that
a ways.
that light that's on the skinny pole in the
There you
back.
go.
There
There
you
you
go.
go. That's it.
There we go. Perfect.
Problem solved.
What
Now,
kind of light is that, Mike?
Good question.
It's on a skinny pole behind you.
okay.
What?
Can I read the article now, please?
Go.
Okay.
Okay.
No, wait. Before you do that, you said depression was one of the symptoms that qualified you for medical marijuana usage.
Yeah.
So when you got bad news and you want to kick them blues, instead of going to coke, you go for marijuana.
Ooh.
Instead of going for coke, go for THC.
All right. So
You-
anyway,
Unfortunately, when your day is done and you want to run on, you can't go for THC. I don't think.
Actually, I get really tired on THC too. So
Yeah.
all right. So anyway, here's the story. Governor Kay Ivey signs Alabama's medical marijuana bill. So, and let's see. This was posted today at 1:26, updated 6:49 p.m. So, Governor Kay Ivey has signed into law a bill that will allow Alabamians to use medical marijuana products for more than a dozen conditions and symptoms such as chronic pain, depression, seizures, muscle spasticity,
specificity.
I can't say it.
In other words,
Spasticity.
spastic muscles.
Thank you. Muscle spasms and terminal illnesses. The bill, Senate Bill 46, sets up a system to regulate medical marijuana from the cultivation of the plants to processing and testing the products to selling them in dispensaries. Boy, my mouth's not working tonight. Doctors will be able to recommend medical cannabis for patients who will receive medical cannabis cards to buy tablets, capsules, gel cubes, and other forms of medical cannabis products. Raw plant
Don't forget
material.
pot candy.
Actually, not quite.
Oh,
Raw plant
Oh.
material products that could be smoked or vaped, or food products such as cookies or candies will not be allowed. Sorry. Anyway, Alabama becomes the 37th state to legalize medical marijuana, according to the National Conference of State Legislatures. I thank the bill's sponsors, Senator Tim Melson, R. Florence, and Mike Ball, R. Madison, and call the bill an important first step. This is certainly a sensitive and emotional issue and something that is continually being studied, Ivy said. On the state level, we have had a study group that has looked closely at this issue, and I am interested in the potential good medical cannabis can have for those with chronic illnesses or what it can do to improve the quality of life of those in their final days. As the research evolves, Senator Melson and I discuss how critical it is to continue finding ways to work on this to ensure we have a productive, safe, and responsible operation in Alabama. Melson, an anesthesiologist and medical researcher, first offered the bill in 2019. That led to the establishment of a medical cannabis study commission that held public hearings and recommended the legislation. Support for the bill grew this year, and it passed with bipartisan support by a roughly 2-to-1 margin. Melson said
Good.
Alabamians should be able to try medical marijuana for conditions and symptoms not helped by conventional medications. He said the research overall and oh brother and terrible, and experiences in other states makes the case for that. Officials have said it will be more than a year before medical marijuana products are available in Alabama. It It will be a fully intrastate system within the state. The new law creates the Alabama Medical Cannabis Commission, which will issue licenses to cultivators, processors, transporters, testing laboratories, and dispensaries. The Alabama Department of Agriculture and Industries will regulate the cultivators. The bill says the commission must set up the rules to implement the program and allow people to begin applying for licenses by September 1st, 2022. The Medical Cannabis Commission would set up a database to keep track of doctor certifications, patient registrations, medical cannabis cards, daily dosages, and types of medical cannabis recommended by doctors. The dates and amounts of products sold to patients at dispensaries. Access to the information in the database will be limited to doctors, dispensaries, and pharmacists, as well as to law enforcement for investigations. So, here is the full list of conditions that would qualify for a medical marijuana regulation from a doctor: autism, cancer related weight loss or chronic pain, Crohn's, depression, epilepsy or condition causing seizures, HIV/AIDS related nausea or weight loss, panic disorder, Parkinson's, persistent nausea not related to pregnancy, PTSD, sickle cell, spasticity,
How do you spell it, Shirley?
hold on, uh, S, let me type it in the Zoom chat.
Is it by any chance spasticity?
Spasticity.
Spasticity.
Yeah, that's it. I hate that word already. Associated with diseases including ALS and multiple sclerosis, and spinal cord injuries, terminal illnesses, Tourette's, chronic pain for which conventional therapies and opiates should not be used or are ineffective. And that's the end of the story.
Now let's have a look.
Spasticity. That's it.
Parkinson's, precision nausea, sickle cell, spasticity.
Spasticity. Got it. I just had to slow it down. Spasticity.
Spasticity.
Spasticity. Spasticity.
With pistachio with yogurt.
Oh boy.
Enjoying yourself, Frodo?
Oh, I'm just trying to beat a boss right now.
Nice.
Let's see,
What
Sajo.
game are you playing?
Oracle of Seasons.
As long as it's not papers, please.
Alright, anyway, Saju just said this. I do support recreational and medical marijuana to be legalized in the federal level. That could be
Me
a while.
too.
I
Let me say this real quick. I really hope Alabama legalizing it is a sign that it's getting ready to get legalized on the federal level. And I think it is, given the conservative nature of Alabama. If the conservative states are getting okay with legalizing it, chances are they're not going to stand in the way of the feds doing it.
Here's what I gotta say. Okay. The fact of the matter is, and no one can deny this because the research is there, cannabis kills less people than either tobacco or alcohol alone. There is absolutely zero registered deaths from direct cannabis overdose because you cannot overdose on marijuana unless you literally smoke the amount of marijuana that in the living space Shirley is in right now in an hour. You cannot do it. You can't. And no, I'm not talking your house, Shirley.
Okay.
I'm talking the room you're in right now. If we were to take everything off the walls, everything off your shelves, move everything out of there, and make your room bare with your closet wide open, if you smoked all that marijuana in that room in 15 minutes, you still wouldn't get the LD50 of THC. Now, the LD50 of drugs like nicotine and alcohol is much higher. It's much higher, easier to kill yourself. You get a bottle of.
Don't you mean the lethal dose is much lower?
Yeah, the LD50 rate is.
Yeah.
Whatever. Honey, can you hand me that cup? The one on your thing? Yeah. I don't care. I'm going to make a point. Okay. You see this cup?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
This is a 40-ounce cup, roughly.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Guess it still has stuff in it. Sue me. Okay. On alcohol, specifically moonshine or Everclear, 2 of these will put you in the grave.
Frodo,
Now,
you're
to
garbling.
explain,
Yeah, Frodo, you're freezing up.
everyone is very similar. Hold on.
Holding.
Is that a little bit better?
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so 2 of these, Everclear or moonshine, you're dead. That's not even a hyperbole. About this much pure nicotine, well, actually, more like this much pure nicotine in the bottom of the cup, you're dead. Nicotine is a poison, and a small amount, about 4 drops in a cup of coffee, will kill you.
Ugh.
Okay?
I don't want that bad.
Now, those
Be right back.
Okay.
those those are legal drugs, and they can kill you that quick. Like I said before, the room Shirley's in, you could have that room completely filled with marijuana and you would never kill yourself from it. Because the amount of time you'd have to smoke that amount of marijuana to hit an LD50 level is 15 minutes. It's not possible. Even if you compress down the marijuana and extracted the THC, okay, going back to my cup analogy here, try about 7 of these to even get close to the LD50 of THC. Okay, 7 of these. You got either 2, less than half, or 7. You tell me which one you'd prefer.
I think I know which one I'd prefer.
And the point being, all these substances are poisons. Everything's a poison if you have enough of it.
Yeah.
Even vitamin C is a poison if you consume enough of it. Hell, even water is a poison if you consume enough of
Especially if you breathe it.
it. But the point I'm trying to make is, in saying this stuff, people get so fucking bent out of shape over marijuana legalization because, oh, it's a gateway drug. No.
Yeah. Well, Frodo,
No.
that's why I'm.
It is.
Yeah.
Go ahead, John.
That's why I'm hopeful. The fact is, the people who are mainly afraid of it are people who were raised on the propaganda that was used to try to get people to respect its criminalization in the first place. And the fact is, if we're starting to get predominantly conservative states legalizing it at the federal level, then maybe the federal government is going to realize that enough states want it that it'd be worth their while to legalize it, and they just will. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But I've said before, I really hope a generation of people.
I don't know either,
doesn't-
but let me just.
Sorry. While you're
Go ahead.
looking that up, I'm going to say this. I've said it before. I really hope what doesn't have to happen for that to happen is that a generation of people just has to die off. But the fact is, people are dying of natural causes every day. So it could well be that enough of that generation has died off and is no longer voting to affect the state of federal government
Mm-hmm.
that it can be legalized that way.
Uh,
Welcome back, Janet.
Okay.
Believe it or not, I listened to the whole conversation
Nice.
answering nature's call.
Good.
Okay.
Congratulations.
So I'm
So I'm
gonna
still.
give you guys some interesting information.
Okay.
Okay. I'm actually in pubmed.ncbi.nlm.nih.gov.
Frodo, you're starting to garble again.
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna send this to you guys in Messenger really quick.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm standing by for it.
You know what? Everything you said was true, John. You know,
There you all
Good.
go. It's in Messenger.
maybe, just maybe, it would, cut down on the big drug problems.
Yeah.
I doubt it. Cut down on the meth, the heroin, the cocaine. Although I don't think it would set too well with the cocaine cowboys in Mexico. But
No, it wouldn't. But the fact of the matter is, if we legalize this stuff and put the same taxes on it that we've been putting on alcohol and tobacco, we have one less very prevalent drug to try to fight against. It's basically like having marijuana defect to our side, you know?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing that's really interesting that people don't realize.
Uh,
Okay. A lot of people don't do the research because they don't see the point. I did it because I was helping a friend with her homework. And part of what we did was to extol the virtues of legalization of tetrahydrocannabinol. Okay. And when I did the research on it, it is not bad. It really isn't. THC, okay, you got to consider that each marijuana plant per bowl load, let's just use a bowl as a general term. So 2 grams, let's just say, or no, not even,
uh,
maybe half a gram a bowl, okay, of actual leaf.
mhm.
Okay. You have in the plant itself anywhere from about 5 to 20% tetrahydrocannabinol. The more crystals you see on the surface, the more THC you get. Logic. Okay. Now, if we take and think about this, half a gram per bowl, give or take, and the amount that would fit in Shirley's room is probably close to like 700 kilograms. Okay. For an LD50 to count, you have to get that all consumed into your system within 15 minutes. The
you'd have to be
stacking
the
doesn't,
Flash to do that.
huh?
You'd have to be the Flash to do that.
And even the Flash couldn't even do that because you got to remember, you have to inhale, then exhale. So at 20% half a gram, you're talking about uh, roughly 100 milligrams of tetrahydrocannabinol per bowl. So if we take that and multiply it out, 700 kilograms, 20% of that you're looking at like 148 kilograms of that would be about, give or take, would be your THC. If you could extract out the THC altogether, fine. But 148 kilograms of THC you ain't putting in your body in freaking 15 minutes. I mean, I'm a big fat motherfucker. Okay?
Wait, what'd you say was the molar mass of THC?
It's about 5 to 20% per plant, give or take.
Mhm.
Right. I thought that you said it was like 100.1 kilograms per mole or something like that.
I never mentioned anything about moles.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought you did.
No. I don't know the molars on it off
Okay.
the top of my head. I'm just
I
doing.
got molar. What do you mean molars on a plant? I got mine
It's
right
chemistry, Janet.
here. I got
It-
mine right here.
It's a chemistry term. A mole is basically
A mole is the number of particles of a substance that would be in 1 gram of said substance.
yeah.
I'm just teasing you guys.
Oh, it's all
All
right.
right.
But no, that's just a quick explanation of it. But no, so 148 kilograms of THC weighs more than I do, and I weigh 342 pounds. You ain't gonna smoke through no 342 pounds of fucking THC in 15 minutes.
Exactly.
You can't. You physically can't. So, I mean, all these people claiming, oh, tetrahydrocannabinol is this dangerous super drug that's going to cause all of us to lose our minds and all this.
They're the same kind of people who think vaccines cause autism, dude.
Yeah, and that's the problem. That's a prevalent thought, and it needs to stop.
Yeah.
No, full stop. It just needs to end because vaccines don't cause autism any more than my.
Frodo, the truth is, when you look at it, autism causes vaccines.
Exactly. But I
'Cause
was gonna
autism. Sorry.
say, um,
Mm.
vaccines cause autism as much as my genitalia emissions cause World
Air
War
pollution.
Three.
Mhm.
Not bad. Not bad.
I mean,
Hey,
seriously.
yeah. Hey, Shirley, you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry. Tired.
Oh, nice. If you can, stick around after the show. I got something funny for you.
Okay, well, since we had a little bit of an issue for 10 minutes, we're going to extend the show by 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
So,
That's fine. Okay, who's got another story?
Well, hold on 1 minute. I'm actually looking at the data sheet from Cayman, and this is the direct data sheet for Delta 9 tetrahydrocannabinol. And its synonyms. Oh, Jesus, I can't even try and pronounce that. But it's 6A, 4A capital R, comma 7, comma 8, comma 10A capital R dash tetrahydro 6, comma 6, comma 9 trimethyl dash 3 dash pentyl dash 6 capital H dibenzo
English,
BD
please.
pyrin 1 all delta
You know,
9
God, you get
100
outside.
grams per mole sounds like a reasonable figure for a molecule like that.
Man, my head's spinning.
Yeah,
That's
well,
the molecule
the funny
change.
thing is I'm reading it directly from this. And
Nice.
I'm having problems reading it.
like me with the word
Hey.
stasticity.
Well, yeah, look at that. Look at how.
I can barely see it, dude. But
Don't worry
That's
about it,
one
but
hell of
it
a
makes sense. It does
molecule.
make sense. Let's see.
Jeez, that's
So,
worse than trying to
Saja wanted to.
trying to pronounce.
Before we go on,
Saja
Saja wanted
wants
to say
something.
this. We need to get UN to remove recreational marijuana on the international ban list.
I agree
yes,
with
we
that.
do.
So I'm looking this up, and yeah, it's flammable. It's a flammable liquid. DOT hazard class.
It's got
listed.
hydrocarbons in it. Of course, it's flammable.
Exactly. It's. Let's see. Toxicity. May. Okay. Avoid release into the environment. Okay, whatever. Let's get the fish high as hell. Runoff from fire control or dilution water may cause pollution. Well,
Oh
come
my
on.
God.
You're getting fish high.
So instead of fish that have
That's the-
rictuses, you have fish wearing Rasta hats and sunglasses.
Or better yet,
I'll tell you
Okay.
this.
We got
My
Rasta
mom-
rainbow trout.
My mom's got 2 dogs, a stud and a bitch. A stud named Sirius, a bitch named Penny. I can imagine if they're exposed to marijuana, the first thing that happens is Sirius starts going around in a little Rasta hat and sunglasses, and Penny starts going around in a little I Heart Joni Mitchell t-shirt.
Well, this is sad.
What?
what?
Oh, it's happened here in Tempe.
What?
4 deaths involving children. A
Oh.
double homicide involving a boy and a girl. A drowning, and a 4-year-old child who shot himself while playing with a gun. Again, another case of the parents not putting a trigger lock on their gun and securing it out of the child's reach. And that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
not touching that last one.
Me neither.
So here's what I've got for the toxicity information. And I'm not even going to try and I'm not even going to try and disseminate this. I'm just going to read it directly from the data sheet.
Oh,
Get ready for this.
Okay.
Delta 9 THC have a concentration of 5% based on EC index number 625153 NA. The acute toxicity 4 is H302, and the toxic reciprocity is H361.
All right. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but I'm pretty sure it means it's basically innocuous.
Exactly. That's pretty much what it's saying. No big deal. It's just like,
oh. Okay, go ahead. I just found an article I want to read before we go.
Okay.
all right,
Go ahead
well,
and finish the discussion.
okay. If swallowed, call poison control center, or if you feel unwell. If on skin, wash with plain soap and water. Well, that's the oils. Give me a break. If inhaled, remove victim to fresh air and keep at rest in a position comfortable for breathing. Okay, whatever. It's like there's nothing about taking them to a poison control center because, yeah, some of them may cause cyanide poisoning, but that's because of some people put what do you call it? Pesticides on it.
Yeah.
Big fucking bloop, bloop, bloop.
Yeah. Hey Janet, why don't you save your article for Wednesday? Would that
Okay,
be
I
all
would
She's
right?
got 5 minutes.
Go for it.
It's okay. It's a rather long article, but if you want me to read, who here remembers the welfare queen? The
No.
one who had,
I think I've heard of her. Didn't she have a bunch of kids to get welfare?
she had like 12 kids, 11 or 12 social security cards. Let's see if I can find it again.
If you can't,
Anyway, she's just lost all of her benefits.
Nice.
good. And
Got
speaking
her
of
ass
which,
busted thanks
yeah.
to Biden.
Speaking of
You
which,
you don't mind a political thing, right?
I
no,
think
no,
Shirley wants to say something.
yeah, but I think in this case it works. But anyway, let me ask this question: a lot of states are considering ending that extra
Oh,
three
for
hundred
crying out
dollars.
loud, Jamie.
Do you think it's a good idea?
Um, $300 for what?
Oh, I'm sorry, it's
The
extra $300 for unemployment benefits.
Uh,
okay.
given the fact that compared to what you can typically get, it's not that much of an increase. Well, $300 a week or 300 total.
300 a week.
Yeah, dial that back a bit.
Mm,
I mean, it's one thing if you
Trying
got
to
a
get the
large
whole movie machine
family,
figured out.
mm.
but
But I
otherwise
know for
dial it back.
Yeah, here's my opinion. I feel like all these people that are lazy asses and don't want to find work because they're getting the extra $300 a week, they're taking
Okay,
away from the.
here, sorry, Shirley, I got to say this. Here's the
Okay.
problem with that. Unless you are lying and they're brainless, you're required to look for work. You're required to contact employers
Mhm.
in every week in order to get your benefits.
Right.
I don't know how stringent they are about that. I don't know whether or not people are just lying. The other thing you got to remember is it don't last forever. Like you might be able to get, say, 10 grand either for a year or total in unemployment benefits, and after that, you're on your own.
I'm gonna say this. Um. Uh.
I'll be right
y-
back, guys. I gotta make a phone call.
Okay.
nope, you're not allowed.
Oh.
Anyway, I know you guys know this, but I'm gonna say it on air really quickly just to put it out there. Today's been kind of a rough day for me. Let's just say one of the few things that can ever cause me to break down in tears happened today. And it has to do with jobs, and it's irritating to me because I can't seem to get a good job to save my freaking life, even though every day I want one so I don't have to feel like a bump on a log. So,
Yeah.
needless to say, today, uh, Shirley and John and Mike all tried to keep me from losing what little sense of sanity I have left.
Well, you're gonna get one. Okay.
Yeah,
You're going to get one.
just keep
Somehow,
trying, man.
somewhere. Just do not give up.
Can I
Exactly.
ask you a question, Frodo?
What?
Given your talent for working with computers and repairing them, have you ever thought about doing a side job repairing friends' computers until you could find a job?
Trust me, I've thought about it. I'm seriously putting more consideration into it every day.
Hey, man, it's a little bit harder
Okay.
accounting, but it's potentially up your alley.
Yeah. Just a
Well,
thought, though.
Yeah.
it's 8 after, so I think we should just start wrapping shit up.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah. But anyway, I mean, I was just saying, I mean, when I lost my job, I had the severance. I actually did not file for unemployment because it's like I've got enough in severance, so I was okay.
Yeah.
But but the problem is, see, some people are saying, when if you want to hire, make sure they get living wages. Well, there's one problem with that. Let's say it's a small mom and pop business trying to hire. They need
Yeah.
the money to maintain the business. If they spend so much time trying to pay the living wages, they're going to go out of business because they can't maintain their equipment.
Exactly. Just because people need a living wage doesn't mean an employer can afford to pay it.
Right. It depends on the business.
And
Now, if something like a big corporation, they should be able to. But most of these mom and pop businesses, they can't afford to do that.
yeah.
because they've got to maintain they have to maintain the equipment. They got to do all that. If they can make profits, then they could possibly pay the living wages. But that's what this is
Exactly.
about. But and that's the biggest
Well,
problem.
surely the whole thing of it is people seem to forget that you can't just print money, put it into circulation, and then suddenly everybody's richer. They
True.
don't understand that that just drives down the value of the currency. So they demand living wages and just say, people don't need to pay it, just print more money and give it to them,
Mhm.
which doesn't work.
No,
And
because
I,
basically,
like they're thinking like money grows on trees or
yeah,
something.
it's like when I
no,
took
it
this.
doesn't grow on trees, it grows in mints. But
And
they don't
actually,
realize that when you just
Hey,
put a bunch of when you put more currency in circulation, you just drive down its buying power such that you're in the same spot you were before.
if you
I was
real
about to make a
Janet.
John.
Let Frodo talk. Go ahead, Frodo.
if you really want to get technical, only about 3% of the average dollar is grown from trees. The vast majority of it is either created by spinning the fibers of a cotton plant into
Uh-huh.
linen or other means,
Yep.
including but not limited to different plastics.
Mhm.
Any more bills are not made out of paper. May feel
Right.
like paper, but it is not paper.
Yeah, because let me explain this. When I took this job, uh, my new job, they told me I was going to get paid $15 an hour. Now, yes, it
Mhm.
is it's significantly less than what I had when I finished at Herf Jones. But I said, you know what? I can make some sacrifices. I will take the pay cut as long as I have a job and insurance. That's what
Yeah.
mattered to
And
me the
you
most. Like
finally got both.
I'm willing to make the sacrifice. I'll take the pay cut. It doesn't bother me because it's like as long as I'm working, that's
Hey,
what was most important to
Shirley,
me. Mm-hmm.
one of these days we're gonna have to take some bleach to your hair and turn it the shade of Janet's the back of Janet's chair there.
Oh no, don't.
Why?
I like my hair like this.
I do too.
It's me teasing her. Don't
Okay.
worry, it's nothing
All
bad.
right.
Okay.
But yeah, that red hair, that red color would
Well,
be.
I mean, I've had my hair dye. I've had my hair red before, but it was like it was so blended in,
Uh,
you almost couldn't
excuse me.
tell. So,
How about the same? How about we do it the same color as Joker's red, the red he likes.
maybe. All right. So anyway, we're getting past the time, but you know what? That's okay because I feel like this was important anyway. Anyhow, here's what we got for this week. Tomorrow, of course, is Tune In Tuesday. We got Warzone Wednesday. We'll have the real tech talk on Thursday, and Friday, our Friday Fun Day game du jour will be Among Us.
Which means I get to kill you all.
Yeah, and if
Shirley,
I'm the such, you're
Janet,
mine.
Janet, you're up on the chopping block first.
unless you
Not
get
if I'm the
vaporized
sus
unless you get
first.
vaporized by a laser, which now you can actually be. So anyway, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to play the 10-second ending. So here we go on that. If it will let me get to the 10-second ending. There we go. Here we go.
Goofy, gotta love it.
All right. So with that in mind, I'm going to say love, peace, and chicken grease. Everyone have a great night. Sleep well, stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow for Tune In Tuesday. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night,
We're
everyone. See you tomorrow.
we're gonna dye Shirley's hair the same color as Mike's shirt.
Yo, not that one, thank you.
No.
Good night, all.
Night, everyone.
Here,